Okay, so welcome everyone. So today at 2 p.m. we'll be learning chapter 4 reproduction, okay, on science, which is from one syllabus, okay? All right, so let's go. Okay, so for reproduction, right? First thing I want you guys to understand this thing. Look at this. I want you guys to figure out what is the importance of reproduction. Okay, so imagine in this world, if everyone in this generation, okay, every human, we don't have baby, and those insects wouldn't have baby, and plants wouldn't have baby plants, what will happen to our world? Okay, obviously everything will become extinct, right? Extinction, right? We'll face extinction because we got not enough food, we got no new baby, we got only this generation of people, maybe until we're 60 years old, we all die, we all grow old already, and then no more people coming up to take our place, okay, in this world. So that is why this is so important about reproduction. It is to produce new individuals from living organisms such as human and animals, including microorganisms, to prevent us from becoming extinction. Okay. All right. So moving on. Okay, so let's see what is the difference between sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. For sexual reproduction, it involves reproductive cell. So you may ask, what is reproductive cell, right? Okay, so reproductive cell, for male, we got sperm, and for female, we got ovum. So for sexual reproduction, it involves two parents because we need both gametes from different sex. Okay, whereas for asexual reproduction, we only involve a single parent. That's why we don't need reproductive cell. Okay, that means all the parent they can generate their baby themselves. For example, like we got microorganisms. So yeah, they generate they can produce a baby which has the same characteristics as their parents. So like there's no difference between them. So like for example, you makan kubis, right? So the kubis will be the same. Okay, their baby, their akong, their ama, everything will be the same because they are they are produced by asexual reproduction. Okay, all right. So moving on. Okay, so if you see the question, right, if they ask you state the differences between sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction, so here is how you can answer the question. So if you understand this concept, it will be very easy for you to score this question. Okay. Okay. Next. Okay. Next. For sexual reproduction, we have two types of sexual reproduction. The first one will be internal fertilization, and the second one will be external fertilization. So what's the difference between them? Okay, for internal, as you can see the word internal, right? So that means inside the female body. So what is inside the female body? That means the sperm and the ovum will be fertilized inside the female body. So the eggs will be created inside the female body. So you see the hen, she lay her eggs outside. Okay, so like that's how it works. And for the external fertilization, the fertilization that occurs outside the female body, that means the sperm and the ovum will be fertilized outside the female body. So you can see the fish, the eggs are formed outside their body, unlike chicken. Okay, so that is the basic idea of how it works. Okay, so if you see the question they ask you, state the differences between internal fertilization and external fertilization. This is how you can answer the question. Okay, all right. Moving on, we have asexual reproduction. So for asexual reproduction, we have 5 different types of asexual reproduction. We got binary fission, which involves amoeba and paramecium. We got budding, which is, for example, like hydra. And we got regeneration, like planaria. That means they can regenerate themselves. Later I will explain further, okay? Now we just grasp the brief idea of how it works, okay? So now we got spore formation and also vegetative reproduction. Okay, so let's go into details. Okay, so for binary fission, it is the division of a single parent into 2 daughter cells. Okay, that means from a single parent, you see, the second step, we involve nucleus dividing. Because nucleus is the main, like a factory, like that. It is like a mind, like that. Our brain, we control our whole body, right? So nucleus is like the main core of the whole organism. So like they will send messages, they will like control all the the movement, everything like that. So it contains a DNA. Okay, So we need to divide our brain first, in order to create another human being, right? So like this is how it works for organisms. They divide their nucleus first, and then secondly they divide their cytoplasm. So cytoplasm is like their fluid, it's like our blood like that. So if you want to create another human lah, so we divide our brain first, and then we separate our blood. Okay. So how we become then after that the end progress is that we will turn out to become two different daughter cells. So this work for microorganisms such as amoeba and paramecium. That doesn't work for human. I'm just taking that as like a scenario, okay? So don't get me wrong. All right. So moving on, we have budding. Okay, what is budding? Budding is like you can see the small little bud, like the red circle there. It's like it forms there. Okay. Okay. Here. Okay. So it forms on the organism's body so that we can like uh grow another organism from there so that we can separate from the parent's body. So for example we have hydra here. Okay. All right. So the next one will be regeneration. Okay, regeneration will be a little bit special because it is, okay, as you can see, the ability of the fragments of some organisms to grow and develop into completely new individuals. What does this mean? Okay, for example, you got starfish, right? Okay, imagine if you cut out one of the leg. You see, starfish got 5 legs, right? So you cut out one of its leg. Okay, the starfish will grow back its leg. Okay, it will grow back its leg, and then later on, anyway, what happened? Okay. And then later on, the leg that has been cut off, right, will grow into another starfish. So it will be like come like 2 starfish. So if you want to like for example you want to do a starfish farm, right? You just every day you just go cut the starfish, okay? You just go cut, chop, 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 and then you'll become more and more starfish. Okay. So that that's how you can grow your starfish business. Okay, so this is how we apply regeneration. Okay. And then in this diagram, we got this example like planaria. So you can see the new individual, it is a complete individual, and then we go cut them, and then it will separate, and then it will grow into a new individual, okay, 2 new separate individual. So that's how it works. All right. So next we got spore formation. So for spore formation, you can understand it as like a seed, okay? Like for example, we got this example such as Moses, okay? You can see the brown color thing, right? You can see the brown color thingy. What is it? Yeah, the brown color thingy, right? Inside it contains seed. So like when the wind blows, or like it will be spread to other places, okay? All the seeds will be spread to other spaces so that we can grow more Moses out there. So yeah, that's how spore formation works, okay? All right, moving on, we have vegetative reproduction. Okay, so this applies to most of the vegetables that we eat. For example, like we got carrot, we got onion, we got ginger, and we got potato. Okay, so how it works, it is that it produces new plant from vegetative part of the plant. Okay, for example, we got roots, we got stem, we got leaf, and we got bulb. Okay, so for carrot and potato, it is considered as no for carrot it is considered as root, because you see this is the interesting fact. Carrot is actually the root of that plant, so like the root, they go absorb more and more nutrients so that they grow fat, they grow like they become fat and they become nutritious, and it turns into carrot. So the carrot that we add is actually the root of the plant, okay? And then further on we got potato. Okay, potato, so you can see like a potato is something similar to budding. They got like little small shoots out there. I guess everyone also like seen before, those potato, they grow shoots on top of it. So that is how it developed into a new plant. Okay, so we got onion, and we got more and more examples here. Okay, ginger, and also yeah, potato. Okay, so if you guys have any question, you guys can leave until the end of the session so that we can answer them all. All right. Okay, so after asexual and after sexual reproduction, now we'll be moving on to male reproductive system. Okay, so First thing we have to know is about this testis. Okay, testis. Testis is a singular form. If you want to turn it into plural form, you can say it as testes. Okay. So what does this testes? How does it function? Okay. What is this testes function? It is actually, you can see the red circle here. Okay, the pink color thingy. Okay, it is the testis. Okay, so it produces male gametes like sperm. So it also produces male sex hormones. So what is so important about this sperm is that we need to produce new individuals from sperm, from the mixing, from the fusion of sperm and ovum, right? So this is why this organ is so important. Okay, testis. Okay, so moving on, we got scrotum. Okay, so scrotum is actually a layer of skin protecting the testis. Okay, so we go, yeah, it's something to protect the testis from any you know exposing out there, like, so like, yeah, it's like a protective layers, like how we eat our snacks. Our snacks, we got like a plastic bag to protect it, so it's something like that. You can visualize it as that. Okay, and further on, we got sperm duct. Sperm duct is the duct is like a hose like that, those water hose like that. So it will transport sperms from the testis to the urethra. Okay, to the urethra. Yeah, so that is how it works. Okay, so next. Okay, next we got seminal vesicle. Okay, seminal vesicle, what is their function? Okay, their function is very important as well because it secretes nutritional fluid for the sperms. Okay, imagine, right, if this sperm, it is without nutrients, it cannot grow, it cannot swim, it doesn't have enough energy to work. Same as we human, if we don't eat food, we cannot work, right? We cannot study, we cannot learn, we cannot play games. Yeah, so this is the like some power energy for the sperm. So it's like a nutritional fluid for the sperm. Okay, it generates nutritional fluid. Okay, so next we got prostate glands. Okay, here, orange color part. Okay, so it secretes fluid which contains nutrients and protect the sperm cell. So it is also uh, almost the same function like seminal vesicle. Okay, so it secretes the fluid and nutrients. Okay, to protect the sperm cell. Okay, so next we got urethra. Okay, urethra. Okay, urethra is this long duct. Okay, located inside the penis. Okay, it's different from sperm duct, yeah, so you don't get confused. But it is connected, like at the end of the sperm duct, okay, inside the penis. So what is it? What is their function? Is that they channel to discharge sperm and urine from the body. So yeah, you don't get it. You might get surprised. The sperm and the urine is coming out from the same duct. Yeah, so that is right. Okay, that is how it works. Okay, from the urethra. All right, so okay, so the last thing we got this one, the penis, okay, which is to transfer sperm into vagina of the female during copulation. Okay, that means during sex intercourse. Okay, so this is the function of penis. Okay, so next we will looking into female reproductive system. Okay, we got ovary. Ovary is a singular form. You want to say in a plural form, you can say ovaries. Okay, so what is the function of ovary? Which is to produce female gamete. Okay, sorry, female gamete, which is ovum, and also produce female sex hormones. So yeah, it is important for female. And we got fallopian tube. Fallopian tube is this tube. Can you see it? Like the ear, like that. It's like an ear shape. Okay, so this fallopian tube is a place where fertilization occur. So what is fertilization? As what I just said right just now, fertilization is about the fusion of sperm and ovum. So they fertilize, they go fuse together, they go mix together. So that is what it means by fertilization. Okay, so this is the place where fertilization occur. Okay, so the sperm, they go swim from vagina to cervix, and then they enter fallopian tube, and then they go meet with the ovum. Okay, so next we got uterus. Uterus, or you can say uteri as plural form, okay, which is the womb of the woman. So every time you hear this word womb, is actually uterus. Okay, So this is a place, you can see the blue color circle there. Wait, sorry. Okay, the blue color circle here. Okay, it is a place, it's like a muscle layer. Okay, so it is a place to implant the embryo. Embryo is when sperm and female, they go fertilize and they develop. They will develop and they will like undergo mitosis, so they become embryo. Okay, so they will stay there and they will grow because there are nutrients there. Okay, in the womb there. Okay, all right. So moving on, we got cervix. Okay, cervix, as you can see, it is the red circle here. The red circle here. Okay, so it produces mucus to enable sperm to swim into the uterus. So you can see, because it is blocked here, right? So you need some fluid, like some lubricant for the sperm to go inside. So this is how the cervix function. Okay, it's like acting as a door like that. Okay, opening door. Okay, so for the vagina, next we got vagina. Vagina is a place, is a part where it receives sperm and it channel through which body is born. That means this is the place where sperm is received, and this also the place where baby is born. Okay, so you can imagine such a small part. Okay, the baby has the feet here, so it must be very painful for the mother. Okay, so yeah, next. Okay, moving on. We'll look at the physical changes during puberty for male. Okay, for male, I think it's very obvious. Okay, as you can see, our voice will change, our vocal cord will change. Okay, our voice will become like a bit like kasa like that. Okay, becomes deeper. Okay, secondly, we'll have beard. Okay, yeah, beard. Not all male have many beard lah. Some people they got little bit mustache. Yeah, some people they got like a bunch of beard here, especially those those, how to say, England people, yeah, those British people like that. So this is how it works. Okay, and third, we have hair grows on face, armpit, and the chest. Okay, and we got sex hormones, which is a testis. It starts to produce sperm and sex hormones. Okay, so right before puberty, male doesn't produce sperm. So this is what it happens after they went through puberty. Okay, and also hair will be grown on pubic regions, which is around the reproductive organ, that part. Okay, and we got penis and scrotum will be enlarged. Okay, so you can see the picture here. This man grown. Okay, got beard here. Okay, like that. Example. Okay, so next we got physical changes during puberty for female. Okay, for body, their breasts will grow and the hip will become firm and broader. Okay, and they got hair grows on their armpit also. They got ovaries being produced. Okay, and the sex hormones also, and they got hairs grow on pubic region also, on the reproductive organ, that region also, and they got menstrual cycle begins. Okay, this is the interesting part about female. Actually, this is additional knowledge, additional information. They do have ovum since birth. Okay, just that they don't grow mature after puberty. So they only grow mature after puberty. Yeah. So that is when menstrual cycle begins, because they start to have these hormone changes, everything, stuff like that. Okay. All right. So now we got a comparison between sperm and ovum. So you can see this is a microscope view of sperm, and we got microscope view of ovum. So you can't see this oftenly because, yeah, it's very hard to get this image. Okay, but you can search it on Google. Okay, so you can see the comparison between sperm and ovum. Okay, first thing, sperm and ovum. I have to remind you guys, it is actually a gamete, which is the reproductive cell of human being. Okay, sperm is for male, ovum is for female, right? So sperm is produced by testis, by male, and ovum is produced by the ovary. Okay, and okay, this is a fun fact. Sperm is the smallest cell in male's body. Okay, so it's the smallest, the tiniest cell. Okay, so for ovum, it is the biggest cell in a female body. So yeah, this is the main difference between them. That's why sperm, they got like thousands and millions of sperm out there, but ovum we only like release like one or two each time. Yeah, because they're very precious. Okay, so moving on, we'll be learning about menstrual cycle. I think this part is I think most males struggle with this part because we don't experience it, and it's quite hard for us to figure out. So like, I will explain it, okay, in detail, so you guys can have a better understanding on it. For female, if you guys don't understand too, never mind, you guys can pay attention, okay. I will explain this more details, okay. So menstruation happens when female reach puberty, okay. That means before puberty they won't have menstruation, okay. Okay. Okay, so what is menstruation? Okay, menstruation is the breakdown of the lining of the uterine wall, which is just now what I mentioned, the womb. Okay, the womb part, the muscle here, the uterine wall. It is the breakdown. That means like for example, our skin when we fall down, right, will get hurt and we got blood coming out. So that is what it something like what it happens inside the uterine wall. Okay, so it gets bleeding and it discharges the blood through vagina. So that is when menstruation occur. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so here is the, like just now as we explained, we got ovary, we got fallopian tube, and we got lining of womb, okay, uterine wall, and we got muscle of the womb, okay, and we got cervix, we got vagina. So this is the two things that you have to pay attention for this menstruation, which is the lining of the womb, the endometrium, also known as endometrium, and also the muscle of the womb, myometrium, okay. Okay, if I'm too fast, please let me know, yeah. I hope I'm not going too fast, okay. Okay, so yeah, this is the image of like how it works, okay. Okay, so first thing, menstruation, it is controlled by the brain and the endocrine system. Okay, endocrine system is basically like our hormone system like that, okay. So it is controlled by these two things, okay. So we will secrete hormone. Next, second thing you need to know about menstruation is that it lasts for 28 days, but it can be different from each individual. Not every individual has the same period of time, but this is like the average day of time, okay, each female experience, okay. Okay, the third factor is that what are the factors that affect menstrual cycle? The first thing is the nutrient intake. It's like what you eat, okay. You eat chocolate or you drink milk or you eat fresh fruits, anything, okay. And second, we got abrupt change in body weight, okay. And the third, we got emotional change and mental pressure. So so this is how you can affect your menstrual cycle. So keep your body healthy, eat what nutritious food, and like keep your mental health, at optimum level, okay. All right. Okay, so let's go into further explanation on this cycle. I think this is the most confusing part of this whole menstrual cycle. Okay, so first thing we have to visualize this. We got four phases here, okay, as you can see. Now, first one will be menstruation phase. Menstruation phase, which lasts for 5 days, day 1 to day 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 days. Okay, so what happens here is that the uterine lining, it breaks down and the menstruation occurs. Okay, hold on. I'll drink some water first. Sorry. Okay. So that means the blood. Okay, that means the uterine. sorry. Okay, that means the uterine wall break down. Okay, so all the blood like came out, okay, from the uterine wall. Okay, so this is what it happens during the menstruation phase, okay. And secondly, we got repair phase. Okay, so after you fell down, okay, after you got bleeding, okay, now you need to repair, right? So it same goes to the uterine wall. It undergoes repair phase. Okay, repair the wall. Okay, so it takes 5 days or so, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, days 6 to days D10. Okay, so what happened here is that the uterine lining thickens again. Okay, so imagine the muscle, they go tiny, okay, and now they go thicker again. They grow back, okay. Okay, so now we got fertile phase, the third phase, the blue color one, okay, from day 11 to day 18. Okay, so here ovulation occurs. Okay, so what is the meaning of ovulation? Ovulation is when the ovum, it is released from the ovary, okay, from the ovary. Let's show you. Where is it? Okay, the ovum is inside this ovary, right? So when ovulation occurs, that means the ovum being released inside into the fallopian tube. So this is when ovulation occurs. This is what is known as ovulation. Okay, so roughly it will be released on the day 14. Okay, so moving on, we got the last phase, which is premenstrual phase from day 19 to day 28. Okay, so we got so after our walls are thickened and we release our ovum into the fallopian tube, now our uterine lining, it continues to thicken, so it continues to grow. Okay, why our uterine lining, why the uterine lining continue to grow? It is because we are preparing for fertilization to occur and we are preparing to implant the embryo. Okay, so as we said just now, okay, looking at this slide. Okay, so if the sperm is swim, it comes fallopian tube and it found the ovum, it found the princess. Okay, so there is this cilia. It will move the ovum, the embryo, move it to the uterus lining here, and implant inside here. So we call it embryo. So that's why we need a thick wall, like a cushion like that to implant it and provide nutrient for the embryo to grow. Okay, so this is why we continue to thicken our uterine wall. Okay, next. Okay, so yeah, so I think this one is a more detailed explanation, yeah, on the menstruation phase. Okay, so here we got, you see the image here, developing eggs right here. Okay, and we got endometrium, we got vagina. Okay, everything here. Okay, so we got fertile phase. Fertile phase, that means ovulation occur, right? So you can see, like what I said just now, the ovum, it releases into the fallopian tube. So this is when ovulation occur. Okay, so the uterine lining, it continues to thicken, continue to thicken, continue until fertilization occur. If fertilization only occur if sperm are present. If no sperm, then no fertilization. That means the ovum, the princess stays single. Okay, no prince come and find her. Okay. Okay, so for premenstrual phase, we got day 19 to day 28. The egg got released into here. Okay, so it's an embryo already. Okay, so you can see the word here. Uterine lining thickened and richly supplied with blood vessels. Okay, so here you see the red color thing here is the blood vessels. Okay, and if fertilization occur, it's ready for implantation of embryo. Okay, so implant here. Okay, so if fertilization does not occur, so what happens if fertilization does not occur? The menstruation cycle, the menstrual cycle will repeat. That means we'll bleed again and everything will start again. Okay, but if fertilization did occur, then we'll get pregnant, then we'll get a baby. Okay, the end. Okay, so that is the end of our lesson. So now let's look at our question. Okay, so for the first question, we got exercise 1. Okay, exercise 1. Give some advice on personal hygiene to a girl who has begun menstruation. Okay, that means when this girl has her menstruation occurs, what is the precaution? What are the steps? What are the hygiene material that she should be focused on? Okay, so the first thing, should advise her to shower for at least once a day. Okay, to ensure she is clean her body. Okay, and secondly, we got use clean undergarments. That means you can change it twice or like thrice a day, to keep your private part clean. Okay, and we got third one, change sanitary pad regularly, once every 6 hours to avoid discomfort. Okay, so these are the 3 advices that you can give to your friend, or even in exams you can answer this in this method. Okay, so you can figure it out. Okay, so for exercise 2, okay, this is a more challenging question, I can say. That one is just like a basic knowledge. Okay, this one is a married. Okay, look into this question. A married woman begins her menstruation on the 11th of June. Her menstruation cycle is highly regular and always lasts for 28 days. So, like we said just now, normally, usual for regular individuals, averagely we got 28 days of menstrual cycle, right? The whole process, it took 28 days. So in this case, this girl is the average person, so she got 28 days. Okay, now her menstruation begins on the 11th of June. Okay, so let's see. Let's look at this circle. Okay, 11th of June. So if the menstruation begins on the 11th of June, that means from this first day, it is 11. Okay, starting from this first day, it is 11. Okay, so now you understand the question. We can move on to question A, part A. What is the possible date for her next ovulation? Okay, let's see. So every time we want to answer this type of question, you refer to this cycle, to this circle. You can just plot it out even during exam, because it's very easy only. Okay, the first one is a menstrual phase, like day 1 to day 5. Second, repair phase, day 1 to day 5, also 5 day, 5 days. Okay, so this one we got 1, 2, okay, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we got 8 days for fertile phase. So we got 5, 5, 8. And this one we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5, 5, 8, 10. Okay, so remember this way. Okay, so you go plot everything like that. So it will be more easier for you. Okay, so back to the question. From day 11, it is menstrual. She starts her menstruation, right? Okay, so what is the possible date for her next ovulation? Okay, as we all know, the ovulation will probably lies on day 14, right? Okay, so we count from here. Day 11. Okay, day 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Yeah, so so that is how you count. Okay, that is how you count. Okay, so from day 11 and then you count until here. Okay, okay, so that is the answer for the first question. Okay, yeah, sorry. Okay, okay, so we got B. State the dates in woman's menstrual cycle when pregnancy is possible. Okay, okay. So to understand this question, firstly you have to know, how does pregnancy happen? How can pregnancy happen? It is when ovulation occurs, right? Because if without ovulation, okay, without ovulation, that means the ovum still inside the ovary, right? So that means the princess haven't come out from her castle. So how can the prince come to find her, right? Cannot ma. So you have to wait until ovulation occurs. Okay, that means when ovulation occurs, the princess come out from the castle already. The prince can come to find her. Okay, like that. Okay, this is how it works. It's same as human. Okay, so like when is this pregnancy possible? Okay. Oh, but one more thing we have to realize is that we cannot figure out like which particular day does the ovulation occur, because this is like a roughly idea. It is on day 14. It could be on day 12. It could be on day 16, because different people, they got like a different timing. Okay, so to calculate this, it is exactly the same like how we calculate for ovulation. Day 11, day 12, day 13, day 14, day 15, day 16, day 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay, 24 is ovulation occur 24. But we have to add on another 2 more days. Okay, add on another 2 more days, 24, 25, 26, because we have to like come up with a range like that for that ovulation period to occur, because we don't know exactly which day it is. So we assume it from day 21 to day 26. Okay, so this is how we assume the period of time for the pregnancy to occur. Okay, I know it's a bit confusing, but I hope you guys can digest this information. Okay, so for part C, what will happen to the ovum release if fertilization does not occur? Okay, what will happen to the ovum release if fertilization does not occur? Okay, so obviously, right, imagine this way lah. This princess, she got out from her castle already. She got out from ovary. Okay, this ovum got out from ovary. She went into fallopian tube. Okay, but suddenly no prince come to find her. So how? What happened? The princess like becomes so lonely, right? Because no prince come and find her. So that means the ovum will die and will be discharged as menstruation. Because no prince come and find her, ma. Okay? So nobody can find her, so she go to the uterine lining there and she discharged as menstruation again. So the menstruation cycle happens again. So this is how it works. Okay? Hope you guys understand. And I think that's all from my presentation. So now we are moving to Q&A session. So if you guys have any question, you guys can just drop your question at the comment box below so we can answer it. Okay? No. Okay. So if you, I think we'll give some time for them to answer, okay, to ask their question. Okay, like maybe 1 or 2 minutes like that. If you guys really don't have any question, I think it's fine. Okay. That means you guys understand this lesson well, lah. Okay. So while waiting for any question popping out, I just like to update you guys on our next lesson, which which is happening on the next Saturday. Okay, we'll be teaching part 2 of chapter 4 reproduction for form 1. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. So if no question, okay, I would like to update on our next session, which will be happening on 4 p.m. Okay, stay tuned 4 p.m. for maths session, chapter 4 also, which will be taught by Aaron, your maths tutor. Okay, so stay tuned for that. And before you leave, don't forget to fill up this feedback form. Okay, this feedback form for us. Okay, so that we can know where to improve, or like you have any question, you can also state there so that we can help you if you're too shy to ask here. Okay, so thank you all for your attention. I really hope you enjoy our lessons and we hope you understand. Okay, and yeah, we'll see you later. Okay, bye guys. Thank you.